Hey there, welcome back to our Tibet campaign, where in the previous episode, we got ourselves into a bit of a jam up here, which we'll have to dig ourselves out of by agreeing to help our allies, the Huji tribe, fight off this war against these guys over here. And while we started helping that out, this Jushi rebellion over here has sort of kicked off. So we'll have to deal with this. We'll have to put this rebellion down quick. Then we'll, just fight off these guys over here. Maybe take some land out of this war. But it would be nice to at least just prevent Huji from being overrun by these guys. So we might not get any land out of this war. I might just fight them back until they eventually decide to quit. And then after this war is over, hopefully that ends this episode, I am going to go back to my laws, and I think it's going to be time to go back to Royal Guard, and I think re-raise the Legion of Tibet. And this will be like the legitimate Legion this time. The first time it was kind of just we did it for the mission, and I made a Legion that I didn't really like, and I don't regret that they got stack wiped. I mean, it kind of sucked, but I don't really regret it. We'll make it better this time. We're going to use lots of heavy infantry, which is, in my mind, usually what you want to do with legions. And then we might just start maybe conquer these guys over here, fabricate a claim over these guys, or at some point we could go to war against Maurya, and we could bring Kalinga as well as Huji in. And I don't know why it says Gudrosia is... Oh, those aren't our allies, are they? Those aren't our subjects. Right. These guys over here. Anyway, we would bring our subjects and Kalinga as well into that, which I think we should be able to take Maurya. It'd be nice to start eating away at them a little bit more. But in the meantime, let's deal with this. First thing I might do actually is... we look at our unrest and what have you. We do have, it looks like this area here is looking to be a bit of a problem in northern India, where we're having some happiness issues. And also this area, pretty much this entire northern region is kind of where outside of the Sogdians living here, they're mostly okay. But it looks like our northern regions really are kind of disloyal. But I might start giving some of our unintegrated pops some rights and privileges, at least. Maybe if we click on the Dardics, we could go on to the Sakans as well. But since the Dardics already, they're at 8% culture happiness, we could raise that a little bit, maybe by going with, see, rights of intermarriage is nice. That drops our stability by 10, which is a bit of a chunk. Or we could do protection against torture. Or do we want to maybe... let's see. Because some of these provinces are a little bit closer to rebelling. Maybe I'll start off with the Sakans for now. Because it does look like some of these provinces are a little close to rebelling. So I could do right of inheritance. By guaranteeing the rights of inheritance for a culture, we are ensuring that the family fortunes of its members are not squandered or usurped by the citizens of our country. Okay, this will grant the Sakan culture with plus 6% happiness. It will give them integration speed bonuses, but we don't really plan on integrating them. And it will make our citizens minus 6% in happiness. But I think that's okay for now. So why don't we do that? We will do rights of inheritance. We have lots of stability. And since I also do plan on passing another law after this war, I might as well just perform a divine sacrifice to limit the rate of decay. And why don't I unpause things here? So you guys are going over there. That's fine. Once you take that, I will send you over to this siege over here. You guys come on down here, I think. And try to stack wipe some of these guys. You guys are also on your way here. Age finds us all in the end. Even the priests and surgeons shake their heads when confronted with the inevitable decline of the human body, as Tingsami Spa is finding out she may not have much time left. That's too bad. This one she's 70 years old, so, you know, it still says perfect health. But she's lived a good life. Honestly, she's done pretty well for herself. She's really, like, stabilized the kingdom. When she took over, we had major stability issues. Even though it looks kind of like a mess right now, I think overall she's done pretty well for herself. Why don't you... See, you guys are mercenaries. Why don't you go over here, and I'll put you on unit reorg. Try to recover our... slaves of Embenina are revolting. That's not good. Oh, we've got a little bit of a slave rebellion now. Okay. Can you guys deal with that? No, you're not going to deal with that, are you? Then I guess we'll have to send these guys down here. That's a bit of a problem, because every time they siege something down, I think they take slaves with them, and they increase in size. Okay, so we are engaging the enemy over here. We do massively outnumber them, so this should be pretty one-sided. Oh, no, they are actually reinforcing. They're reinforcing big time. Maybe you go help them instead first. We did stack wipe them, but it looks like we are in a bit of a pickle here. Yeah, even like we have half our morale. We do outnumber them more than 2 to 1, but they have a much better marshal. Their marshal is 10 compared to our 3. Maybe hopefully just sit tight for now while we reinforce you guys. It looks like we're still going to win that. Oh, wow. Okay, that was actually rather surprising. In the meantime, you're going to have to go down here and deal with these guys over here. Okay, or it looks like they're actually going into Capisa's lands. Interesting. Okay. You guys come over here. This 11,000, why don't you come over here and take some of these fortresses over here? This merc stack, you come over here. And I guess just sit tight for now. It looks like they're kind of dealing with us more than they're dealing with Huji. Which is okay, I guess. Murder. It looks like there's been another murder. I'm just going to say a travesty. But we are powerless to act because we have plenty of loyalty right now, to be honest. Now, who's disloyal? You are disloyal. The governor of GU is now disloyal. Okay. Well, in the meantime, I guess we'll put you in there. Are you in Owo? Is that why? Right, so you're probably disloyal because of the, well, it says you're deceitful, for one. But you're probably also very disloyal because of the Scorn family issue. It should be fine now. See, these are Jushi soldiers right over here. There is a breach over here, so maybe I will assault this fortress. Okay, that's pretty good. And I guess we'll head over here and try to take out this one over here. Meanwhile, can we send you guys over here? Yeah, why don't you go try to take those guys out? Manpower is doing okay. No sign of those rebels, though. Looks like... Well, you know, we could just raise some levies over here and just take this out. I bet you they probably got killed by whoever over here, because there is a war happening here. I bet you they ran into another army or something. So maybe instead I'll send you guys back up. I think it'll be fine. But we're just going to recover a little bit here. Maybe send these guys up north. Take this land back. Now... It's plus 72 for Huji. At some point, Huji, you could just, like, press some demands, couldn't you? So yeah, it will be nice to actually get rid of mercenaries once this war is over. Why don't you go over here? And then we can actually really start building some roads all over our entire kingdom. We could do that with mercenaries, but the cost of doing that is just ridiculous. Looks like we caught them over here, but this does not look like an easy fight. And they are reinforcing, so we might lose this fight over here. We won that, but it looks like we're kind of screwed. Yeah, this merc stack is probably reaching the end of its usefulness. Okay, so you guys got beaten back pretty hard. This 10k, why don't you head over there instead? And you guys can head up here, maybe. Actually, no, they broke off that siege, so why don't you just take this back over here. This siege is progressing on rather nicely. We're already at 0% here. We just ran into an enemy over here. Oh dear. So what's happening here? The flavors that our people have grown accustomed to are tasting become rarer and rarer these days, much to the chagrin of Tingsami Spa. We've seen this event before, whose breath is usually scented with the spices from distant kingdoms. We actually, for the first time, have enough gold to do this. So if we say we let nature steer the course, we would get a national commerce bonus, but we would lose citizen and noble happiness. So why don't we just say, yeah, okay, we have to procure some from our neighbors. We'll spend 600 gold, which is not a problem. We have more than enough. And maybe that'll give us a good event in return. Slave revolt defeated. We have brought an end to the host of masterless slaves haunting our territories. Yeah, they must have gotten killed by someone else. Or they must have gotten killed by someone else, and then taking this land back, I think, probably ended that whole event. Their leaders and all the slaves that had risen against their masters are now once again in chains. Concerned citizens are calling for harsh punishment to make an example out of this group, preempting future revolts. Others argue that such harsh treatment would not solve the issues of mistreatment that ignited the revolts in the first place. So we could say we must make an example of them. We would basically execute all of them, and for a citizen and freeman happiness bonus, but we would lose slave happiness kingdom-wide. Or we could show them leniency, which would grant national slave happiness for plus 8% for the next 180 months. But that, I don't think slaves are affected in terms of output by their happiness. So maybe it makes more sense just to do this. I mean, it is antiquity after all. That's kind of how we roll, right? Let's just make an example out of them. That's how we roll. We could get a little perk. Oh, we can actually finish this civic tree here and get the Master of Trade focus. And that, I believe... Nice, yeah. So, until she dies, we have a little commerce income bonus, which is rather nice. I might disband these mercs, actually. And maybe go for these guys. This 11th... their marshal's only 4. That's kind of crap. Well, these guys are putting up a fight over here. Jeez. Okay. Why don't you guys just hang back for now? Now, you guys can't... Yeah, we can't do unit reorg while we are in other territories. So I'm gonna... I think I'm gonna just disband these mercs. I think they've reached the end of their usefulness. Hopefully we can finish these sieges soon. Now, Huji, you could just... you could, you know, sue for peace pretty soon. No, I can't win war, or I can't sue for peace against these guys. We're both junior partners in the war. So... Oh, this is Jushi, that's why. Okay. Let's go here. Oh, they would be willing to give me all of this. If I took all that, that's a ton of aggressive expansion, by the way. I'm probably not going to do that. Minus 21. What about this? This and this? No? Minus 7. Minus 8. Well, we'll see. I'm just going to sit on these little territories for now. My PC's getting a little slow right here. Sorry about that. See, there's no breach here. How's this one coming along? Not very quickly at all. All I see is status quos. There's now a death in the Gurub family. That's sad news, I suppose. We could invoke the Devotio. God damn it. Well, you guys will take care of it. This is why I like having vassals. There we go. So you guys come over here and take this last siege right here. Well, you go help them out. What's your marshal? 9. Okay, that should be much better. Oh, we just ran into Jushi's one little army there. Didn't even see that. You guys try to engage this 2K stack right here. Please and thank you. Hopefully this war ends sooner rather than later, because I would really like to raise a legion this episode. I think it's about time we did that. Trying to get these guys. They can't, or maybe we can just let them hang out there. So they can't take anything back anyway. What are these guys doing? You guys are disloyal. The governor of GU is once again disloyal. I guess that's... You are plotting quietly. Okay, fine. Looks like we're starting to make some progress over here. Now, Jushi, we can't... Yeah, you're not going to let us take that. Because we have to take these fortresses back. Gutsy move there. Citizens in the form of Kuchi upset with Takliwer Oo. Who is... Oh, that's our disloyal governor. The unrest in Kuchi has been caused by a citizen's angry of Takliwer Oo, who is known to be a lazy and ineffective leader. You know what? I kind of agree with that. Our agents report that Takliwer Oo was attacked last week in the form of Kuchi. Really? Because I thought she was leading her army. Okay. Which everyone admits is a terrible thing. We could say to tell the citizens to keep quiet or else, which would give Kuchi a unrest modifier for 120 months. Or we could say, you know what, they might have a point, which would give less of an unrest modifier for 120 months. And we would lose a bit of popularity. Well, we're about to win a couple of wars, which I think will buff up our popularity. So why don't we say, yeah, they might have a point. It doesn't say that it will hurt our loyalty with her, which is already pretty low. So yeah, I might just go along with that. This province is probably going to rebel, unfortunately. Oh, good, finally. Okay, so it did finally end. And it looks like they actually did give us land. I think they, yeah, holy crap. They gave us a ton of land. Our aggressive expansion is now up to 50. Good guy Huji there, but damn, that is a ton of aggressive expansion. Why don't we send these guys all back here? We now have to put in a governor here. You have a decent trait, but I kind of like your skills a little bit more. Well, no, you know, this is fine. You are prominent. Okay, yeah, that is a hefty amount of aggressive. I was not expecting Huji. Huji just gave all the. They didn't. I don't even think they took land for themselves. They gave all of it to me. Well, that's in my last playthrough. Thrace basically took everything and left me with nothing. Huji, I think, has earned their place. Maybe I won't end up conquering that far north. I think I might just kind of like conquer this whole area kind of thing. I'll leave Huji alone. They've become pretty decent allies. Yeah, you will do fine as a governor, I suppose. In the meantime, we could do one of the missions here. We could do this one, prospecting in Eseek. So why don't we do that? And we will just finish off some sieges here, raise a legion, and maybe, call it an episode after that. Copper struck in Jishan. So let's take a look here. What are we producing? Livestock. Do I want to do that? Do I want to go for base metals? I mean, food is important. In Invictus and Terra Indomita, food is important. Oh, okay, you know what? Let's try it. Let's go for base metals. That way we can build a mine here at some point. Let me go after these guys. Oh, it looks like our vassals are going to take care of that, I think. Right? Is that what you guys are doing? Nice. There's one siege down. I thought they were. No, they're not. They're just screwing around. There is a breach, so maybe I will. I think I will order an assault. And then we will immediately disband our levies once this war is over. As soon as we finish this fight right here. I believe I can take everything, right? Yeah. For 0 aggressive expansion. I will do that. We will banish all. Reduce our aggressive expansion slightly. And we will finally lower our levies, and I think I will also disband this unit here. Or let's see. We want to raise a legion. Well, first, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to first pass this law. We will go to Royal Guard. We're still, the aggressive expansion isn't crazy. We'll just have to sit tight for a little bit. And I think... Let's see how much it affects our levies. We can still raise, I think, a decent-sized legion with our main stack. So why don't we go for... We'll add maybe a couple of supply trains. We'll add some light cav and some heavy cav. And that gives us 10,500. Maybe we will add another engineer cohort in there just to make them a little bit better at sieges. And we will confirm that. That costs us 390 gold as well as 11,000 manpower. The maintenance is fine. And you guys are going to be over here, right? Yeah, okay. And why not? I guess we'll have you drill for now. And I will disband these mercenaries over here. Okay, so let's see. How does that affect our economy? I think it should be fine. Yeah, we're still making 30 gold per month. Maybe I'll turn down the fort maintenance just a little bit. And yeah, I think we could actually. Why don't we finish this episode just by going after these guys real quick? That's what we'll do. We will put another researcher in. See if there's anybody else in here. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, okay. Ogma, you'll be fine for the job. And the next law I think we will change is the... Once we get these religious texts going, we'll change to cultural dissemination. What is this event here? Autonomy. The industrious folk of Isik have excelled themselves, contributing their own personal funds to develop the infrastructure of their fine city. We hope this attitude can be mirrored by some of our less loyal subjects. No, let's see. We could say wonderful. That will grant a granary to Isik, the city of Isik. Or we could say give us a library instead. Yeah, maybe I'll go with a library, to be honest. So we'll send our legion over here. And actually, I think we should probably think about deleting some of these fortresses right here. Or do we want to? Well, maybe I'll delete a couple. Just a couple. And I'll delete this one, actually. That way we can build a mine here at some point. Iron found in Jilbek. Let's see, what are we producing here instead? We are producing grains, and there's already a farming settlement. No, I think I'm going to just hold on to my cash. I'm going to hold on to the farming settlement. So you guys just have to get onto this road here, and you'll start moving a little bit faster. Maurya, looks like you're still having loyalty issues there. Or it looks like you kind of just solved them. But I believe we were inspiring disloyalty out of someone, were we not? Okay, why don't we end that for now? Maybe we can find someone else. Like this guy, for example. Well, he's 74. You're 66. They have a young ruler, a child ruler. What is this trait right here? Patron of... Okay, no, that's not a bloodline, is it? That must be like a Maori-specific trait, I guess. Maybe we'll inspire disloyalty out of this guy. That raises... Okay, that does raise our AE a little bit. But that should make it a little bit more difficult for them. Let's see if that has any effect here. Well, I'm not seeing anything listed. Alright. Well, it doesn't look like it had really much of an effect at all. Whatever. So, I guess we'll go for Grand Temples here and get the build cost bonus. After that, we'll start working our way down here. We could go for auxiliary recruitment just to beef up our levy size a little bit. Our levies are much smaller now. Tibet is... Where's Tibet? Literally 3. Okay, that's not very... That's not great. But it's to be expected. I'd rather have 11,000 legionaries than 20,000 levies. So it looks like my timer's about to go off here. So I guess we'll get our guy into position, and we'll start off next episode by just taking this out. And then, I don't know, maybe at some point we could go after Maurya again. Or we kind of want to let our AE go down a little bit. So we're just going to put our guy in position and, yeah, probably end the episode, I think, for now. I'm still kind of shocked that Huji gave us so much land in that war. That was really surprising. Kuchi is looking like the next disloyal province, I think. Fugitives cross the border from Pandya, looks like. I guess we can allow that. Ooh, what's going on here? A loyal subject. Our ruler's efforts to influence Lakpai Owo are well underway. In a jovial mood, Lakpai approached Rani Tingsami, suggesting that a formal declaration of his loyalty and commitment to the court would be a fine way of showing our appreciation. No, I kind of want the stability, to be honest. We could get 18 PI, which is not that much. 18 PI for 10 stability is trash. That's a terrible deal. But we could just lower his loyalty slightly and gain 5 stability, which I think I will do. Especially since she's probably going to die fairly soon. And our son, who does have a daughter, thankfully, looks like the succession is safe. But he's already 44. My God. We're going to have an older ruler. Stag hunt. No, like I said before, those never work out. At least for me. I don't know if that anybody else has that work out for them, but that just never works out for me. You will be fine. Oh, there is a rival at court. Lately, our Rani Tingsami Spa has come into conflict with Cha Shagpa. At every turn and decision, their opinions persistently clashing. If one of them says south, the other will promptly say north. If one wants to trade with a neighbor, the other will argue for war. The constant bickering is ruining whatever authority Tingsami used to have, and the atmosphere in Kyong is at a breaking point. Geez, okay. We could just decide to make this person a rival. I mean, we're about to die soon anyway. She's 73. So really, what difference does it make? Or we could say, fine, have it your way, which would increase her loyalty but lower mine. I mean, I don't know if it really matters. I say we just make her a rival for now. Looks like there is going to be a bit of a civil war if we don't do anything about it. So why don't we just bribe her in the meantime? Or that was the Governor of Jiu. That's someone else. But the Governor of Jiu is quite powerful. And now our ruler is not married, so we should probably do something about that. We could marry her off to this governor right here. No, he says absolutely not. Okay. That's fine. Well, see, okay, what's going on here? We have received an envoy sent by Raja Lalaka the Maurya, ruler of our subject in Sodal. He offers our ruler, Rani Tingsami Spa, his personal friendship. Strengthening our connection with our subject could have its benefits. What is their loyalty? 87? So that could be useful, or I could just go for the popularity and say we don't need their friendship, which doesn't hurt their loyalty, surprisingly. But I'd rather have the loyalty or the popularity for now. So now that our guy's in position, I think this would be a good time to put in a cut. Next episode, we'll kick it off by going to war against these guys here, and then maybe, we could, go to war against Maurya, maybe. I think we can take them, assuming, Kalinga is willing, and I probably call in Huji as well. We can't call in the Qin because they have become too great and powerful. But Huji might come in to help. They usually do. They've been really good allies that way. But I really think we can take these guys one-on-one, to be honest. They have a couple of allies. They have these guys over here as well as these guys over here. That's not going to be a problem, I don't think. Kalinga, how many integrated pops do you have? You have 602 Buddhist Kalingan compared to our 604 Bonds Zhangzhung. They have a lot of pops, though. So we're going to have to murk up like crazy if we do. Well, that'll be maybe next episode. We might go to war against Maurya next episode. So stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. That'd be really helpful. And I will see you on the next one. Take care.